What a day. It me, the Haggard Photographer, because what photographer is well rested and of sound mind? Pretty sure nobody is. I've been wanting to do this for a while, and after today it seemed like a fitting time to do it. I've been shooting the Fuji system for a while. My first one was an X-T3, but I have fallen in love with this little X-T4. A lot of people don't like the flippy screen, and I don't. On the one hand, I get it for the purists, but functionality, you can't get that kind of shot without a flippy screen. So today, I wanted to talk to you about something I bought on a whim. Actually, two somethings. One something on a whim, the other one was because of the whim. The Viltrox 5614 and 2314. Both of these are APS-C lenses, but they make them for Sony and a lot of other manufacturers. But these two are two of the most important pieces of my arsenal. The only parts of them that are a drag or aren't my favorites, the clickless aperture ring is a little bit of a downer, but it's smooth, so that's nice. The focus, the manual focus part is nice. Completely, totally metal construction, no plastic except for the lens cap, which is not something you find in third-party lenses. I love my little Rokinon 12mm, but the big one I want to talk to you about, though, is this 23mm. I had the Fuji native mount, the X-Mount 23f2 for a while, and it just didn't cut the mustard. It was a fine lens. At the end of the day, it wasn't horrible or any other negative adjectives like that. It just wasn't as sharp as I wanted it to be. Focal length was uninspiring. It didn't have any character. It was just very clinical and clean, at least from my experience. Other people swear by it, and other people love the native higher aperture. At 1.2, 1.5, I don't remember. It's great. They're all great lenses. I don't think Fuji makes a bad lens, in my opinion. But this thing's incredible. I'm a sucker for vignetting, and not obviously super black corners, but I love a slight vignette, and when this thing is wide open, it has so much character. It just looks so cool. I'll put up some of the images that I took with it recently on a trip to Bisbee, and they're just incredible, even straight out of camera, especially with the Fuji color profiles put on there automatically. Oh god, they're so good. Even the JPEGs are awesome. And the 85 does a very similar thing. It's called 85 because that's the equivalent focal length. It's a 5614 technically, and it was the first lens I got other than the 35 f2 that made me go whoa when I started editing. Okay, that's a little dramatic. It was more like whoa. Think Keanu Reeves, but on Quaaludes. Wow, that's a concept. Anyway, I love the construction of these lenses. I love what they put out. I will probably end up getting the 85 just because all the other stuff I've seen from them, it's awesome. They're two pieces of indispensable gear to me. I'm getting the X-T20 just as my B cam, and it's going to be interesting to see how these perform on it. A little bit older sensor, a little bit older everything, but from some of the research I've done, they do just as well, if not better. So I'll report back on that. Today, the other thing I wanted to talk about was I used the kind of plug and play webcam feature that most of these Fuji cameras come with, and holy crap. USB-C straight into my Mac with, I didn't have to use an HDMI, I didn't have to use a capture card, nothing weird or finicky like that. I just plugged USB-C into this, then into the Mac, and then from there I had to download the webcam app that Fuji makes, and the only goofy thing was, and it's just because I haven't had a chance to mess with it very much, is the focus. I'm pretty sure it has to do with the in-camera settings, but I had to, even though I had a continuous focus, I had to keep depressing the button to focus. And it was a very dynamic shoot. The shoot was for a chef friend of mine. It was a live stream to benefit, oh my god, I can't remember the name of the foundation, but it's to benefit the widows and widowers of firefighters and police officers. So it was a good thing. and he made a shepherd's pie, and a lot of the other things I've seen the other creators do in this vein, a lot of them are static shots or reverse shot. So I did the first like introduction on a tripod, and then actually took it handheld for the rest of the shoot, and based off of everybody's feedback from it, both the organizers of the events and the significant other of the chef, everything turned out really well. The fact that you can have out of the box something this quality become your webcam, for just like something like this, obviously I'm not using it, but the potential exists for that, and I can't think of any other cameras that just do that, like I said, out of the box. Almost out of the box. It's super cool. And this 23mm, I can't off the top of my head remember the focal length. I'll add it in text because technology. It's amazing. I'm a little biased towards the vignetting and what the contemporary photographers might not call lovely, but I really enjoy it. It's not so wide that it distorts the view of your subject, but at the same time it's also wide enough to get almost all of the scene, even on APS-C. Like I said, it's going to be that focal length, whatever it is. I don't know. I might put it over there, put it right there. I don't know. We'll find out. I might do this more often. It is a little weird talking to a square and then editing the conversation I have with the square and then posting the conversation I had with the square. Meta jokes are weird. It also lights. What? Lighting is a thing. That actually might be what I talk about next time. The LEDs that I got from Newer, they're just absolutely awesome. I used it in the last music video I shot. See the inserted footage here. My girlfriend hates me. She thinks I'm crazy. I'm stupid. Thank you, Amy and any other you guys. I don't know anymore. Absolutely lovely. I also am working on a kind of quiet project that has to do with slow motion and the banality of day-to-day life in COVID that I'll be posting snippets of eventually. I have a few people on deck to help me with that as subjects, but more on that once we get closer to that. I know 12 of you are going to actually watch this, so thank you. And if those 12 think that this is something that has merit, let me know. Or I'll continue to languish in obscurity. Equal opportunity void.